All right, so today we're going to start on project phase 3, and these are your tasks. We're going to use the web soil survey document to find information about the site, and then what you're going to do is you're going to make a soil map, find that there's 3 listed soil types. You're going to click on the Casa Grande fine sandy loam and show the soil description. You're going to click on there's various tabs. I'm not going to describe them all right now, but you're going to find the soils versus depth, and then you're going to convert the water content to 10 centimeter soil layers. And then you're going to just play around with a few other tabs. And you're also going to print your soil report and turn it in as a PDF along with your Word document. So what I'm going to do today is I'll describe the things and then I'll let you search for that, and I'll just pause the video. So that's how we'll work it. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, just eating by that, where are we searching, for soil types and areas?
Our project location.
Yeah, but like what's the database? Is it?
Oh, I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume so.
Yeah. Okay. And this has been around a long time, this web soil survey page. It's been around for 10 or 15 years. So just type web soil survey. Here it is. And then you can start web soil survey. So now we have to find our location, and I would recommend just making a square around Arizona to start with. And then we can find our spot.
How'd you get to that map?
Click that big green button.
Oh, right. You have to click the green button. Thank you.
Grazie.
Okay. So here's Interstate 10, and here's our site right here. Like here's Phoenix. And you can see this curve in the road is where we are. So I'm just going to make a square there so I can zero in on Casa Grande. Oh, and remember we were talking about the San Luis Irrigation District a few times and the Hohokam Irrigation District? The San Luis Reservoir is going to go dry in a week.
Literally?
Yes,
Wow.
sadly enough.
God, what are they gonna do? Well,
I don't know what they're going to do. Well, they're pumping groundwater. That's what they can do. Okay, and then let's go find our site here. We know it's around in here. And then here's West Cluck Road. And so what you can do is grab the hand here, and then you can drag over to the left. Don't scroll when you're using this. Like, don't use your mouse and scroll. It messes everything up.
Gosh,
Did you do that?
yeah, I need a mouse.
But you don't want to scroll. Okay, so here's our spot, and I'm putting it in the center. So here's Signal Peak Road and West Cluck Road. I'm putting it in the center, and now I'm going to click the plus button.
I think that just enables you to make the square and zoom in, because if you click the minus button, if you make a square,
Mhm.
it'll zoom out. So I think that clicking that plus button will not immediately zoom in.
It's not zooming in. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to draw the box.
Okay.
yeah. It's like not very intuitive.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll draw the box.
And then it'll zoom.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Perfect. Nice. Okay. Does anybody need more time?
Yeah. Where?
We are. Did you find it?
No,
Interstate 10.
is it here?
In here,
Now, I think if I go back, I can go back to,
Ah,
see this part of I-10? Did you find it?
no. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, so here's Casa Grande, and we're looking for this curve in the road where I-10 goes south. And then it heads on down to Tucson eventually.
Okay,
Find this curve,
yeah,
okay? And then make a square right around that curve, you know, so then you can zoom in. So I'll do it all over again, sadly,
sorry. I'm slow.
after all that effort. Okay, now I'm gonna use the hand. Here's my spot. This is where we are.
Okay,
West.
found it.
West Clark Road and
Gosh.
Signal Peak Road. Then I'm going to use my square. I'm going to unselect the hand. Oh, how come it's not going back to the square now?
Zoom in.
The zoom?
Okay, now it should work.
Oh yeah, okay. There you go. Now I'm gonna click my area. And here we are. I'm a little bit small. So I think what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll do my area again. So I'll go a little large. And it's still not satisfactory, so I'm gonna, there, I did it that way. For some reason, I didn't have the whole map up. Okay. All right, is everybody there? Okay, now we select our area of interest, and because we have an odd-shaped field, we have to use the polygon tool. So what we do is we start on a corner. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to go back, hopefully. Yes. Now I'm going to select my area of interest. Oh yeah, I must not have selected my area of interest correctly. So I'm just making my polygon go around the field. And then I'm going to double click on this corner. And now I have my area of interest. And I noticed, I don't know what all these things are down here, but you could look sometime. Looks like you can import an area of interest, possibly from Google Earth, Polygon. Okay, is everybody ready to move on? Great. So now we're going to go to soil map. And here's our soil map, where we have 3 soils. And one of the things you need to do is print out this soil map in these 3 soils. That's one of your tasks. So you might as well do it now and paste it into your Word document. I think that's task 1. Yeah. Select the area of interest, click the soil map, and show the map and 3 listed soil types as shown in figure 5. So that's what you can do. What's the problem?
So not valid at the scale. Because
Yeah.
it would be on the scale.
Oh, right, this little warning.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what that is. Okay, this is an important warning. You have zoomed in beyond the scale at which the soil map for this area is intended to be used. Mapping of soils is done at a particular scale. The soil surveys that comprise your area of interest were mapped at 1 to 24,000. So the design of map units and the level of detail shown in the resulting soil map are dependent on that map scale. So I think I was told they did the soil maps at 1 acre increments. So what they might be telling us is these lines are really not valid at this scale. The acres, the resolution of the soil map might not be valid at this scale. So that's a very good point. So it causes a misunderstanding of the detail of mapping and accuracy of soil line placement.
Yeah, if you change the scale, lines don't move.
Yeah, I think what they're saying though is this little blip here going out like this, that might not be valid. You know, I don't know how they made that line. But one interesting thing when you look at these lines is, see how this is a different soil? It's way different than this part of the field, which is interesting. But you might say that this area is like inside of the orange line. So it's the orange line, maybe if it was exactly right and not having a scale issue, it would follow this. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so did you guys print this? Now, the next thing I asked you to do is to, so these are all linked to the soil catalogs that they came up with. All these are soil classifications. It's like, you might find this soil here and you might find it over in Maricopa. It's just a similar soil. And so they have these classifications or map units. So if we click this, Actually, I don't think map unit, I think it's a soil classification. I'd like you to copy this and put this in your report. This description of Casa Grande fine sandy loam.
You want us to do all three of them? Or just the kind?
Yes, I think I asked you to do all three of them. Yeah. No, I just asked you to do the Casa Grande fine sandy loam. Um,
Nice.
but you can see there's things like, well, it's well drained because there's no groundwater table nearby. Here's the minimum saturated hydraulic conductivity in a layer for transmitting water. So that's important to know. That's how fast you can infiltrate water in the soil. Here's the maximum salinity. So moderately saline to strongly saline, although this soil survey might have been taken before they put it in agriculture. I'm not sure. You know, they did the soil surveys a long time ago. They also put this area in agriculture a long time ago too. Sodium absorption ratio, that's how much sodium's there. And available water supply 0 to 60 inches, very low, and we'll see that. So 1.3 inches of available water capacity in the upper 60 inches.
What is that talking about like soil moisture?
That's how much is in between the field capacity and the permanent wilting point. It's not very much. Oh. Yeah, why don't you do all three of them though, just for fun. Bless you. Well, the Casa Grande fine sandy loam, that's 70% of our property.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the most important one. I bet the Mohall sandy loam is really pretty much the same. Oh, it's moderate. There's a lot more. It's saying 8.3 inches and it said 1.3 before. I really doubt the accuracy of these values. How could it be 8.3 inches and the other one is 1.3 inches? That just doesn't make sense. And then the Casa Grande clay loam, 6.2 inches. Okay, so that's that information. So we've done task 2, and then task 3 is to click the soil data report, data explorer tab and soil reports tab. So and here's this add to shopping cart button. Everything we do, let's add it to the shopping cart. Okay? Because it'll make a report for you. I don't think we need a subtitle, show a map. Okay. Now we want to go to Soil Data Explorer and Soil Reports. Yeah, and then Soil Physical Properties, which is here. And then Physical Soil Properties, which is there. And then you want to click View Soil Report. Okay, so here's the layers in the soil. Does anybody need me to describe that again?
Yes. Soil Data Explorer.
Soil Data Explorer, Soil Reports. Physical soil properties, soil physical properties first. And then physical soil properties. And then view soil report.
Wait, sorry. After soil reports, what's supposed to be clicked on the left?
Okay, the first one I picked was soil physical properties. Then I picked physical soil properties. Then I click view soil report. Okay, and then here's all the available water capacities in each layer. So this is the Casa Grande fine sandy loam. And what you can see is the typical available water capacity is 0.11 because it's between 0.09 and 0.13. The top layer, it's 0.07. And then here are the sand, silt, and clay percentages. And I could not figure out why there's 3 values for each. You know, soils are variable. So it could be that it's expressing the minimum and the maximum. So these are the 3 soil particle classifications, sand, silt, and clay. Actually, I didn't say that correctly.
Where you clicked again, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I think I clicked something.
Okay, Soil Data Explorer here.
Okay.
Soil Reports here.
Soil physical properties.
Yep. And then physical soil properties. Then view soil report.
Okay, thank you.
And then this describes how all the measurements below it, the physical soil properties. So you can look.
First. That's.
I think I would, but it might come through on your soil report. Very good point. So here's the bulk density. These are typical bulk densities, grams per centimeters, cubic centimeter. Here's the saturated hydraulic conductivities. So that tells you how fast the surface irrigation can infiltrate into the soil. Then this is the number we really need for irrigation, available water capacity. We don't really need these values so much. But what I'm going to ask you to do is use the middle value for each layer and find out what the soil texture is using the soil textural triangle.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm being so serious. We did that in my water resource class last semester.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you find that's fun. I hated my soils class. I just couldn't believe I was studying dirt.
My dad has a master's in dirt. Oh yeah, you looked at his thesis. We pulled it up last.
Oh, that's right. It's probably in was it in this department?
What used to be this part?
Because we have old theses from the 70s.
Yeah, I need to check.
It's in that student room.
It's there. Those are biosystems engineering.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to find out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We used to be combined with soils and he was in soils.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, find the soil textures for these. And then the thing I'm going to ask you to do, and it's actually not very hard with this table because you have an upper layer and then all the other layers are the same. You can see why the Mohawk holds so much more water. You know, it's this is like 10%. This is the one that didn't hold much water. So it's 10% for each layer. And so remember, we haven't done this yet, but there's a management allowable depletion that only lets you use about half of this. So it's 0.05 inches per inch. So if we have 60 inches, 60 times 0.05 is, that's more like 3, I think, 3 inches. They might have miscalculated this one. But anyway, this is not a very good soil, and this is most of our soil. And that tells us something for our selection of an irrigation system. This might be really good for drip or pivots, this soil, since it's so bad. You don't need a lot of water holding capacity with drip and pivots. Okay, so that's one conclusion you might make on your report. This soil looks like it would be good for drip or pivots, particularly drip. But I'll try to find this other thing for you. I'm not sure I can. Anyway, you're going to do that with the 10-centimeter soil layers. So that's this task 4. And the rest is just having a good time. Soil properties and qualities and suitabilities and limitations for use tab. So I just want you to print one figure from each of these. And I think a good one to print for the suitabilities and limitations tab here is, I'm looking for salinity. Yeah, so look at this, irrigation micro, view rating. Okay, these are not good ratings, I don't think. Yellow and red. See, there's excess salt, and you really have to be careful of salt with drip. And a high rating means it's a bad rating, and a low rating means it's a good rating. So rating is very limited because of excess sodium, low water holding capacity, excess salt. So both of them are very limited. So like if you did use drip, you'd have to be very careful to keep the salts out, to leach somehow, or maybe use some soil amendments to get the salt out. You have to be very careful. So that was for drip. Here's close spaced drops for sprinkler, so that would be a center pivot. Even worse, it's low water holding capacity, excess sodium, both both very limited, somewhat limited. So we're not in a very good field, unfortunately.
These are some stupid.
How about surface irrigation? Very limited, somewhat limited. So it's bad for all three. How about above ground micro irrigation? Oh, wait, I think I made a mistake. close space drops. I don't think I viewed the rating. Oh, yeah, I didn't click view rating. I had to remember to do that. So for the close space drops on the center pivot, very limited, not limited. So the Mohawk's good, but the Casa Grande is not. How about for the surface? Graded. So that would be a graded field. Very limited, somewhat limited. And so the Mohawk is the 30 and it's yellow. So it's somewhat limited. The red is the others and they're very limited. So it's red. So we're not in a good field, but they are irrigating it. You know, they're growing alfalfa. So they're making it work. Right. Every time is limited. Okay, so that's one thing you could look at. Here's yields of irrigated crops. So you can pick a crop like cotton and you could view the rating. Now, cotton is salt tolerant. So
Are there organisms that can be introduced to the soil that will help with salinity?
are there what?
Are there organisms that you can introduce to the soil that can help with salinity?
Not really. It's chemicals.
Oh,
You can introduce chemicals. There's some specific ways to reduce the salinity.
So the first thing that we looked at showed us how drip would do. The irrigation sprinkler closed space drop showed us how center pivot would do. And then the last thing we looked at was the irrigation smooth is graded, right?
Mhm.
And what is that?
Oh, graded?
Yeah.
That's like this, that's what is here. Slightly sloping slightly sloping borders. See, these are border strips with very little slope. And so that would be a graded system with a slope. Level would be a level basin. So let's look at the rating here. They're still very limited, somewhat limited. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted you to look at is soil properties and qualities. Oh, going back to here. You could add this to the shopping cart. And we could call it rating for surface graded. Okay. And then we can, so I asked you to make one graph from here. And then I asked you to make one graph from here. So we can also click soil physical properties here. So it's just slightly different data. And let's look at the available water supply 0 to 150. Okay, this is not so bad. So this is the centimeters of available water if your roots are going to 150 centimeters deep. And you can see the Mohawk's good. And even the Casa Grande isn't so bad. It's green. It's available water. Okay, it's soil physical properties. Available water 0 to 150. So if you had a deep rooted crop, you would get this map. Now, let's say we had a shallow rooted crop, or let's say we're using a center pivot. The roots don't go very deep for a center pivot. So then we might be interested in the available water supply 0 to 25 centimeters. So the Mohall is fine, but the Casa Grande is not very good. But then we could look at 0 to 50 centimeters. And we're still bad. If we went to 0 to 100 centimeters, we're really good in the Mohall, but we're still bad in the Casa Grande. But if we go to 0 to 150 centimeters, then even the Casa Grande starts looking good.
What's a little strip of red?
That is that's number 4. That's the Casa Grande clay loam. I'm surprised it's so bad. Really, really surprised. Maybe because you can't get the water into the clay soil. You know, it has slow infiltration. Well, just small pores. If a sandy soil, you can get the water in really quickly. Clay soil, it might not, it might be hard to get it in.
You see the water percolating down through the soil sample?
Soil column?
I think, yeah. Do the test in the field to see the absorption.
Oh, the infiltrometer.
That,
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, and then there's like cation exchange capacity. I haven't used this one yet. I don't think maybe it doesn't have a rating. It's not giving me a rating. Anyway, that's how many ions the soil can hold. It's high in a clay soil, low in a sandy soil. Here's the electrical conductivity. And they're not giving us a rating. I think I have to tell it some things to do that. So. Okay, and then the last thing you can do is you can print. Um, 455, 555 project. View. So here's this nice report, you know, the things I don't know why, I must have forgotten to send to the shopping cart the other info. So I'll go back to soil reports. View soil report. Okay, I'll send it to the shopping cart. Okay. I might be forgetting something about printing the soil report. Let's see. Oh, now it did give it to me. Okay. So you can go back and print the soil report. Very nice. And you could actually,
Yeah, I think only like the most recent thing that you add.
oh yeah, you're right. but there's a way to print the whole thing. And I'm trying to remember how to do that. Oh, here's the shopping cart tab. And check out. Get now. I wonder where it is.
At the top.
Custom soil resource report.
Yeah. Okay, so you want that turned in?
Yes, that PDF,
In addition to,
in addition to your report. Isn't that nice, though? You can get all this data as a report.
Well.
Do you guys know why it's not showing over here? Like if I click it, it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's my field.
so then when you say that you want a graph,
Just anything from that, like the figures we printed,
oh, that's like,
a screen copy.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Isn't this great? I mean, it has a table of contents. All the stuff we wanted to put, it organizes it
For free.
for free.
So,
This probably won't be free much longer. Even a bibliography references.
So did it make it in the order, or it put it in an order that it designated?
I don't know how it decides on the order.
Point of all the things that didn't. For the.
So we made a soil map. We made the soil properties. We did the water management. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Okay. Any questions before we go?
So what's this, describe the task for again,
The what?
task for?
Yes, task 4. Okay. So I'm going to use this. This. And I'm going to make a table.
Thank you. I have to be smart.
All right. See you, Brian. Yeah, in case there's people watching online, all these tasks are described in this Word document. But I don't want you to include this Word document. Just make your own report. So let's just pretend it's not there and just get rid of it. Okay, so we're going to insert a table. And we're going to have sand silt clay, texture, available water capacity. And we're going to have about, let's just start with 10. Okay, so we have, and actually we need more. We need 6 or 7 rows, I think. Okay. So we have the name of the soil. And then we have 0 to 10 centimeters. 10 to 20 centimeters.
And 7 by what?
Well, I think it was 7. It's gonna have to be more rows below. So then 20. Oh, 0 to 10, 10 to 20. 20 to 30. 30 to 40. 40 to 50. And 50 to 60. Okay, and then we've got sand, silt, clay, texture, AWC. I don't think I required anything else. I think that was it. But we'll leave this extra column here just in case. So the 0 to 10, that's from the 0 to 13. We've got 70, 18, and 12 for the sand, silt, and clay. And then for the next layer, we've got 56, 14, and 30. Okay, and so does somebody want to look up those textures in the soil textural triangle? And then our AWC 0.07 to 0.12. So let's just say it's 0.1. That's our available water capacity in the upper layer. And then in the next layers, I guess you could say it's 0.11 since it's slightly higher, going from 0.09 to 0.13. Okay, did you find a texture on that one?
No, I'm still trying to get my vertical report.
Oh, okay.
Set my-
Ah, okay. Well, what you'd do is you'd look up these percentages in your textural triangle. And it would tell you, or you can use that online tool from NRCS or whatever. It's referenced in the chapter. It'll give you textures, I think. Okay, so that's Casa Grande, and then what we need to do is insert below and I think the next one is Mohall. This was Casa Grande fine sandy loam. And then this is Mohall, Sandy Loam. Anyway, I think you guys can see how to do it, right? Any other questions? All right.